I'm Eve, and I would like to thank you for clicking or doing whatever it was you did to get here and watch this tonight.
I'm Kara, and what you're watching is a project between me and Eve called Rhinestones in the Rough. It is the celebration of a heterosexual romance between two beautifully flawed women.
Tonight we are going to teach each other our specialties. I thought it'd be a lot more fun if she taught me how to do ribs, because I've never done it before. And later I'll show her how to make a beautifully presented dessert.
Sounds like a plan. Ladies, this is a Valentine's Day video. There is no reason that you have to sit at home and mope if you don't have a date. Grab your best friend, follow the video, and have fun. For Adam's other ribs, you're gonna need some nice, thick, spare beef ribs. You can also make this recipe with oxtails. You're also gonna need some nice, dry red wine. That'll work. You're going to need olive oil, salt and pepper to taste, a little bit of beef stock. You're gonna add this in just to keep everything nice and moist. You're gonna throw some potatoes in there for the last hour of cooking. We're also gonna need onions and some minced garlic, and all of this cooks wonderfully in one pan. Less dishes, and you're also gonna want tongs so that you can turn the beef ribs every 15 minutes or so. And that's all you need.
Okay, so I've got a lot of meat over here and some raw vegetables, and you're gonna help me turn this into an amazing meal.
Let me tell you how to handle that meat.
If anyone knows, it's you.
So what we have here is a olive oil heated on medium-high, and we have our cuts of meat here. What you're gonna do is brown the meat on all the sides. So you're actually going to just use the tongs, and it's gonna pop. I know how those loud noises are. There you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So you're gonna put those in there and you're gonna brown them on all sides. I would recommend starting like all on the back, so just drop them in there real quick. You wanna brown them just all equally. There you go. Put them all in there.
I'm
going.
Okay, I'm going.
All right.
They're in there.
Okay, so you're going to brown them for a couple of minutes on each side. Just leave them there for a second while they're sizzling good.
Can I move them around and make it like I know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look like you're cooking.
Okay.
Make cooking motions. I'm gonna drink. Yeah, and you just want to. You see how those are just barely brown. Now these are the spare ribs. They're a very tough cut of meat. So that's why we're slow cooking them. The same thing with oxtails as well. You have to slow cook these because they're not like regular ribs, the pork ribs. These actually you have to slow cook. When those are browned, you're going to want to remove them from the heat.
Okay, I can just move them to this other eye?
No, sorry, you're going to take the ribs out of the pan.
Oh, to that plate.
To that plate that I just said we're putting them on.
Oh, you told me that. You said you went over that. You went over that to be okay.
I didn't know how to really go step by step.
Well, you do. Now you know.
Now I know. Okay. But you're going to remove the ribs from the pan here and put them onto that plate. What you're going to need next is your onions and your garlic. And we're actually going to turn the heat down just a touch. I had it on medium-high. We're going to have it on just medium. And you're going to...
Those look good.
They smell good already, too.
They smell amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so just dump all this in.
Dump it in. And you're going to brown those onions about 10 minutes. Just, not brown, sorry. Yeah, saute. Until they're translucent. The onions and the garlic, just put them in there. About 10 minutes. We actually have a long time between starting these ribs on a low simmer and when they're done. It's actually about an hour and a half process. So the martinis will make that hour and a half be more like a half hour. That's how we do time travel.
I've always wanted to teleport. You think you could teach me that too?
I don't know if this martini makes you teleport, but it will definitely expand your mind a little bit.
Nice.
Okay, so the next step here is you're going to want to keep the heat where it is.
Not touching anything.
Place the ribs back into the pot.
Ribs going back in,
Okay, ribs going back in right now. And the stock that we have is going to go into the pot. That's about 2 cups, and I just really kind of go with it. Depending on how big the pot is you use, you want them, just keep pouring it in. You actually want them to be about halfway up the ribs, you know, kind of almost covering the ribs.
Halfway up the ribs. Okay, can we get a zoom on the...
You really just want it to, because you're going to be flipping the ribs the entire time, so just continue to pour it in.
Okay.
We want this to come to a boil with the stock. So keep the heat where it is, and we want it to come to a boil.
Okay. Okay. Ta-da!
So those have got to come to a
It
boil.
actually looks and smells amazing.
But don't look at it because it won't boil.
Oh.
Look at your glass. Look at your
That's
glass.
where I've been messing up. Okay.
We're waiting on the boil, waiting on the boil.
Hey, Kara.
Oh, is it boiling?
I mean,
You got to boil?
I got to boil, but you, whatever you were doing.
Well, now that you've got a boil, what you're going to want to do is turn the heat down
Okay.
to a medium low.
Medium
you
low.
want a
I'm
nice,
going to go to about a 3. Is that good?
a nice low simmer, and then cover
Okay.
it. Just leave it on low, let them simmer, give it about 30 minutes.
Okay. So we can drink some more.
Yeah, now we can drink. So, I wasn't ready. So now we can actually show you how you're going to kill those horrible hours in between waiting to eat.
Nice.
For the Cherry Popper Martini, you're going to need a shaker full of ice, your vodka, your amaretto. You're going to want your cherries with the juice, a little bit of lemon lime soda, and your Pop Rocks. The first thing you want to do is actually rim your glass. So I've got a little bit of cherry juice, and you just want to roll the glass around in the cherry juice just a little bit, and then you're going to go into your Pop Rocks. They're already going to start popping. It's fantastic, but they'll keep popping, so don't worry about it. So that you get a nice rim glass. You're going to use 2 ounces of vodka into your shaker. And then you're going to want about a 1/2 ounce of your amaretto. About. Then a little bit of your cherry juice in there. All right, then do a splash of your lemon lime soda before you actually strain it. Don't shake your soda, it'll get really fizzy. And then all you gotta do is strain all of this into your martini glass. You get a pretty red color and garnish with a cherry.
Okay, so these
Take the
have
lid
been
off.
simmering for about 30 minutes. We are going to add the potatoes.
Okay,
just dump them in.
Just dump them in.
We have a very dry red wine here, right?
Some wine.
Dry red wine.
Here's what you do.
We're gonna pour it in. I think I should be doing this, don't you?
Sure.
I mean,
go for
because
it.
you're not really supposed to. This is kind of my thing. I mean, I'm just saying, you're kind of in my space.
Okay.
We're about
Keep
right
pouring.
here.
Keep pouring.
Keep pouring.
Let's go. One for the pot. One for you. One for me. One for the pot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good wine.
Mmm.
I think we should have more wine. Let's have another round, barkeep. Another round?
Another round.
Okay, so we've got lots of red wine in there. It's nice. It was lots of our beef stock.
And,
Everything is almost completely covered.
Okay, while our ribs simmer, Eve is going to show me how to make the perfect man. Eve?
Okay, you go to the store and get a box of Devil's Food Cake Mix.
What, that's it?
Yep, our grandmothers paved the way. They put shit in boxes now. So for the most part, you're just going to follow the directions on the box. However, we are going to cook these in cone-shaped ceramic mugs so that they stand nice and tall on the dessert plate.
I see.
Once the mugs are out of the oven and have cooled, you just dump your cake out into your hand, and you're going to want to slice off that muffin top so that they'll be flat on the bottom when they stand up on the plate. Next, we're going to take some chocolate syrup and drizzle it across, try to make it pretty. And finally, we will garnish with edible gold flakes, which you can find at most craft stores. Now you have the perfect man, tall, dark, and rich.
Once your ribs are tender, you're ready to present your meal. We're serving ours with white asparagus sauteed with a little bacon. Put this all on your plates, make it neatish.
One of the most important parts of a good meal is the presentation. On this table, I've put out faux rhinestones, which you can get at the craft store. They come in a bag and they're plastic. black feathers, and rose petals. How romantic for a dinner between two heterosexual best friends.
Eve, we either love each other very much, or this is the beginning of a lesbian porn.
It is not lesbian porn. Thanks so much for watching our video, and we do a lot more than cook, so check back for new content.
Remember to follow us on Facebook and give us your thoughts and ideas. Until next time, we are Rhinestones in the Rough.